Okay, it took some time out to look for primitives again, couldn't find any, so I've sent my corvettes back on a few different routes, hoping to find some. Bit surprised I haven't lost a corvette yet, but having said that, you can see how much less scattered the hostile aliens are than they used to be. They're in clumps now, definitely, rather than all over the place. Right, let's get going again then. This colony ship isn't
complete.
Too far away from getting done. There's a mining station down there, and let's go and pick up those minerals here. Minerals are still definitely the focus. Right, that science ship looks to have done that. I think I will survey that system actually with this one. I might as well. There's 3 planets down there. That is a long way away though. I think I might bring it up to there next. On the planner screen, Soval 201 influence. That would cost us a heck of a lot. So maybe I could colonize straight there.
Construction
If
complete.
I colonize that, that might reduce it though. Or I could even make an outpost over here. I should be able to get all that to myself, but it's going to take a long time to get the tech, basically. My colony ship just completed, so where am I going to send this? To the Gaia planets, I think. Once that science ship with the anomaly bonus gets to level 3, I might go and do that anomaly and then colonize there, that's what I'm thinking. But this colony ship, let's bring it over here and colonize planets. So there is a modifier here, there's low gravity, so that's reducing build cost. Brilliant. There's not an awful lot of tile blockers as well, so that's pretty good. When you're colonizing, you want to look for the best food tile initially, because the initial colony doesn't give any adjacency bonuses, so it's just food you need, and it doesn't benefit from production either. So I might just stick it there though. That may even be a good place for it long term. Okay. Does that go through any aliens? No. Good. Right, so you can see now that my money has dropped pretty significantly.
System survey complete.
The colony ship
Anomaly found.
itself costs a lot of maintenance. 8. You can see that there. Right, so there's an anomaly. Supposedly in Soval. I've got a new population point here. So what's the food looking like? Probably don't need more food hardly just yet, but I think I'm going to keep it on that tile. I mean, it's not bad, one of each. If I were to make a building on it, you would lose one of the yields though, depending on, or at least one of the yields depending on what building you make, so yeah, you can't get both. Right, this science ship is actually finished doing that. Let's get it to here. No aliens en route, I think.
Situation log updated.
Okay, so we found the Theta aliens on this system. Looks like might be an empire near here. Not for definite, but probably. Yeah, so I've got to probably do something about my money situation, which will probably involve making more mines actually, energy mines. We are receiving a transmission. I need to make another colony ship as well, I think. We are receiving a transmission from the independent space station of the Artisan Troop. They appear to have successfully translated our language. We gain influence for that, but not as much as I would have gained if I had done research myself. So, the Artisan Troop, greetings, Kibin Katika I, Franz of Purple, headmaster of the Artisan Troop, greets you. What can we do for you? Perhaps produce a work of art for you to enjoy, or maybe you wish to sponsor our enclave in its creation of otherworldly beauty. So, let's ask them to give us more information about themselves. We are the Artisan Troop. The troop consists of several stations inhabited by creatives from many worlds, all unified in the desire to create new beauty in these safe havens. They bring their ideas and methods from all around the galaxy, and together we will find the ultimate expression of the self. We provide many services to those who wish to enjoy art. If you help sponsor our work, we might even be willing to organize larger events for your people. Okay, so if we want to become the patron, we would have to give them a lot of minerals and energy, which I definitely can't afford at this stage in the game. Oops, I actually exited the screen, didn't mean it to. Right, they seem to be under the other option. If we ask them to commission a piece of art, then it will cost us a heck of a lot of minerals and influence. We also can't afford that currently, but yeah, longer
System
term,
survey complete.
I'm gonna probably want to do that. I forgot to enslave this guy, didn't I? So let's do that. And where is that survey? It's in a Cordip system, I think. I've probably nearly done all of the surveys I can within my territory. That might become within my territory soon though. But I'm colonizing that system soon, aren't I? So let's get there. I believe those
Information log updated.
enclaves, if they happen to be within your territory, then your relations can increase at a higher rate. But, and also I think the relations are related to what you can get out of them, so what's going on here anyway? The Kappa aliens, and I didn't see where they were. Can I? There isn't actually a take you to them thing on here, which is a bit of an issue. Have we been there yet? No, we haven't. Kappa aliens wasn't up there. I have no idea where they were. Okay. Right. Let's keep an eye on this. I think I get... It's a bit dangerous getting out another colony ship actually, with the money situation now, so I think I'm going to get a constructor out. Probably should have done that a while ago actually now. So we get the money up with that constructor, and there's also a couple of very good science places I can get up, and then I get the colony ship up. Okay. More aliens over here. So I think there's an empire over here. There's one up there, and that's about it. So we're pretty isolated
Construction
actually,
complete.
which is probably a good thing. Spaceport of Pupa has finished construction. Got a lot of space to grow into. I keep on forgetting colony ships are very cheap as well, so I've got a heck of a lot of money and resources available all of a sudden. Could be building up my fleet, but since pirates work differently now, it's not so much of a reason to. So first things first, let's focus on the money. Is there an energy force source here? Yes there is, so that's where I want to go first. Okay, should I start in a colony now? Yeah, I think I will. Okay, but I really need to be careful with this money. Might have to move some population around here in a bit. Might want to clear that tile also. It's quite cheap. Oh, I'm out of minerals. Okay. Okay, my scientists gone up in level, at least one of them. Okay, so we've got our first colony, the first Macropteryx colony. Our colony ship has gently touched down on the mouth of a large river delta on one of the several continents that can be found on Ladium Prime. This temperate forested region will serve as an ideal first landing site. The ship has been permanently converted into the administrative headquarters of the new settlement, and its reactor core is in the process of being removed so that it may serve as the colony's temporary power source. Hundreds of small tents and prefab shelters have sprung up around the former starship's massive hull as colonists begin to disembark in large numbers. The first Macropteric city on an alien world. So we gain engineering science for that, supposedly. And our territory is increased, so sadly none of these are quite within, but they probably will be soon, so I can grab their resources. This is going to take 13 months. I don't believe the cost actually goes up, it's still just you're paying for the colony ship. I could even move my capital here eventually as a new feature. But, yeah, it's worse than my existing capital, so I won't be doing that.
Construction complete.
Other than the fact it's a guy who will. Right, that mining station is done. So, you know what? That's nearer, isn't it? So, with that construct the... Well, actually... do that one, that one. Okay. Right, so I've got about 10 months, 12 months before I go broke, so I really need to focus on an energy all of a sudden. And with another colony ship coming in, I'm pushing my money situation here, definitely. Where am I going to colonize next anyway? Is it that system? Wow, it's really good actually. Yeah, that will give me more... Well, I'll be nearer to that. I also want to colonize there and there probably very soon. There's a lot of colonies down here as well which I want to get to, but I need influence for all of them. Pretty much racing towards getting to 5 colonies as quickly as possible. And I can think about turning over to sectors. Right, so that is actually finished doing its searching. How the others doing? Right, I'm going to be taking a minute out to look for primitives in a bit. Okay.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Ah, right. First time one of my corvettes has been caught. So... Against that, military strength, and only being able to retreat in a month. Well, you can guess how this is going to turn out. Yeah, lost that. That's why you split up your ship still. Okay, if I'd have had my whole fleet there, well, I'd be covering a lot less territory for starters, and they still would have been wiped out. Because it's a lot stronger. Okay, well that'll save me on maintenance. It's probably not worthwhile getting a decent fleet up until I meet another empire, and since they're not all that near to me as well, it's yeah, even less reason. Right, to get one up now. That is definitely another empire. They reside on a continental world as a wet planet. Class. Okay. So there's a collection of planets up there. There's a race really to get to those between us.
Anomaly found.
It will be. What is this? Oh, I remember something. I have a quest, don't I? Have to world survey. I've only done one. Surely I've done more than that. Right, so that surveyed that system, and it should be showing up in my planner. So it's Brachium. Is it? Oh, it looks like I had it survey the whole system. I just want that. Okay.
Research complete.
Right, we've got powered exoskeletons, so extra army damage and minerals. What shall I select next? I think the option here is pretty clear, to be honest. It's gone for the iron thruster. That will definitely come in handy later on when we need some combat fleets. Right, so how's this doing? So we've gone to there. Pupa. Might even want to clear some more energy tiles if I have them at some stage. Getting a bit low.
Construction complete. Special project complete.
Okay, we just completed the Void Cloud project, and this does actually give a happiness boost. It's the same as it used to be. It's for 240 months, which is 20 years, isn't it? So that's actually pretty handy. Now that extra 10% happiness, I could even... that would work on these guys, but I'm still really iffy about taking these. Maybe if I colonize that and then take them. It's right next to them. Yeah, I'm not really sure about doing that. So there's a mining station on Cordip. In fact, 2 have just been finished. I'm going to take a minute out to look for primitives again, and I'll give some of these ships new orders. Okay, I did actually find a new primitive civilization, and surprisingly, it's actually right next to the primitive civilization that I found before. It's in that system. So we've got 2 right next to each other. That gives me even more reason to perhaps get that one if it happens to be a good primitive civilization here. So I'm going to have to get a science ship up there to survey that in a bit. I've got my constructors. They're going to have to go after energy, basically. That's what I've got them doing. Apart from that,
system survey complete.
I briefly stopped exploring with these. Right, so the Ladium system is done, and yeah, let's get that one up here then to find out about Biz Fruit. Okay, that sounds like a euphemism or something. So Husk Squadron is in Siet. Yeah, it's just those local Empire aliens over there. This, all of this here could be pretty blocked off actually. So I might, well, I actually definitely want to explore this. If there's no Empire here, then I could get all that to myself potentially. But well, I'd expect an Empire to be there, put it that way. But how many Empires are there? I selected 12, didn't I? And I found 2 so far in that area. So I might have expected to find 1 or 2 more. But there is a big fallen empire up there as well. That's actually finished. That's surveyed down up there. So I'm going to have a look in the planet's planner in a second to see how much influence that will cost. 300 odd. Okay, and I'm sure that's the one above the Gaia planet, and that's come down in costs because I colonized there. So it's that one, it must be, is it? Camia? Yeah, so it's going to use up nearly all my influence to colonize it though. But that's going to be high on my list. You're joking, so space piracy does still exist. Right, I thought they had gotten rid of this. Okay, so these outlaws are calling themselves the Red Captaincy, and this is a big problem actually because I've got a colony ship on the go, so I can't actually make corvettes there currently, and my corvettes I do have are a long way from home. So I better start bringing these back and hope to, well, make a fleet pretty quickly. Hopefully the pirates don't attack. I'm expecting to lose an outpost or 2 now though, without having a defensive fleet. Yeah, I thought they'd gotten rid of that event. So that's the Void Clouds. Hopefully none of my science ships or constructor ships get targeted, but they might. It's actually going through them. Right, should be okay. Money situation is... Well, actually, I'm going to have a problem money-wise, because that's about to finish and that hasn't finished yet. So I'm going to be losing a certain amount of money coming up. Let's construct the ships I got, making more mining stations though.
Evading hostile fleet.
About to. And it looks like I've just found the pirates. Down there. Yes, they have the same species, of course. Alright, so that is legging it. Which is probably a good idea, but that means I can't make a mine there. I think I'm gonna have to move that over temporarily. In fact, I should build power plants there, and I actually kind of needed those minerals for corvettes, I suppose, but yeah, not like I can make them yet. Where am I going to send my next colony ship to then? Well, I was kind of thinking of there, but I haven't done the anomaly yet. So if I colonize that one, that brings it closer to that. That will reduce the influence. I think there next. That's what I'm going to do. I expect those pirates are going to wreck that. So I'm going to lose a couple of minerals.
Construction complete.
Okay. It's probably a bad assumption on my part, thinking that that pirate event had gone, but yeah. Since there definitely are pirates on the map now, though. So I played a quick game for like a few years, and I saw pirates in that. Anyway, so there's a colony ship just been made. Let's get it down to here, and this is going to be in... This is risky as well, and it's quite near to the pirates. Let's colonize that planet. The best food tile is that one. I don't want to put it on there because I'd lose the mineral anyway, so there's no point in doing that. Although I might want to move it to that tile later on.
Station under attack.
Yeah, so they're attacking the mineral station. That's got 2 months to go. Some money should be okay after that. And it's going to be a while before we get this guy. It should probably let you know. They need to add an indicator here telling you how many months it's got left. I mean, you could do the calculation there. When it's one, how much is it? I need 15 more food, and it's taking 1.2 per month. But doing it on the fly, it's not easy, really. Not for me, anyway. So, Calculatora Combine. We've met. We gained some influence. Who are you guys then? These guys are a military dictatorship, and they are evangelizing zealots. That doesn't sound too good.